Well, hello everybody. Welcome to another episode of On the Line. It's your boy Chris Avalon. Just want to jump on the line for a quick second to talk about a topic that I feel like is not talked about enough in our community, and that is, well, something we all love to watch, but there's things that goes on behind the scenes that I feel like needs to be more addressed. And that's what's going on in the porn industry. And so there was an article that I came across because a friend of mine sent it to me. Well, he tagged me in it. And then I was like, oh my God, what is going on? So it required me to do some research. I saw that Straight Up Gay Porn was the first ones to talk about it. So it actually I took the time to do the research and write my own article, which is over at tribe.com. So definitely check it out. But I also want to jump on the line and talk about it here because I feel like we all can jump in and talk collectively. So there's a story that was going on where GEORDIE Jackson, who was on Twitter, and he basically revealed why he gave up porn. And he basically said the following. He revealed that Michael Lucas, who is of Lucas Entertainment, um, injected him with a mixture of drugs on a porn shoot that he says nearly killed him. He says those drugs are Trimix, which is actually used for erectile dysfunction and presumably um, fen. Hold on, how do you say this? I think it's fenviferin. Fenviferin, I think is how you say it, which is a decongestant that Lucas uses as an antidote to priapism. This is something that has been in our industry. Um, oh yeah, we have the Mexico COVID story in the title, but we're gonna save that for Saturday when we have another episode online. I bring Miss Lindsay back. But nevertheless, we're going to focus on this one. So, yeah, this is the article here. GEORDIE Jackson has been doing porn, and he said he stopped because this is something that's been going on. And it's a known fact, I guess, maybe not to you guys, but for people who are in the industry, Trimix has been used for a long time. It helps you maintain an erection. There's a lot of people that I know that do adult films, a lot of your faves on OnlyFans, and a lot of professional porn stars who use Trimix to stay erect, especially when in your real life, you're a big old power bottom, but you have to perpetrate a certain image on camera that you're a top. So in order to get, you know, your between me down there to be erect, a lot of guys tend to use it. So, oh, hey, Edward, how are you? So, he took to Twitter and said about because I guess someone asked, well, why did you stop? He says, a lot of people asking me about porn and why I don't do it anymore. I've kept quiet about this, but Michael Lucas forces an injection into the dick on his models. This is the reason I quit. He double dosed me with a lethal amount and I almost lost my dick. I'm not the only model either. He says the guy is drugged up to his eyeballs daily and does this injection himself. And we're going to say alleged, because one of the things about Michael Lucas, he loves suing a bitch whenever you try to drag his name through the mud. But honey, we don't need to drag your name through the mud because your name has been dragged through this industry for the past 2 decades. So, bitch, you've been doing your own bullshit on your own accord. So you cannot blame us. And I don't make the news. I just report it. So allege. Save your suations for someone who gives a shit, because I don't. But I'm gonna continue. The guy is drugged up to his eyeballs daily and does this injection himself. He brings you up with a small amount of Trimix and then brings you down with a different drug. He mixes up his bottles when he was high and gave me a lethal amount. This is the same queen that claimed that, not GEORDIE, but Michael, who went around saying that, oh, I'm so vehemently against barebacking. Oh, bareback is disgusting, and started condemning people for doing barebacking. But when it became inevitable in this industry of porn stars having to do bareback porn, and it became this thing that just you couldn't stop it, all of a sudden Lucas Entertainment was all for bareback porn. So hypocrite much. But anyway, he says, now I'm being threatened to be sued. Ha 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 ha. Lucas Entertainment, shame on you. Take me to court all you want, big man. You don't have a medical background at all, but it's compulsory for you to give a prescribed medication into someone's dick. See you in court, big man. And then someone asked, holy fuck, mate, that's terrible. Please tell me you informed authorities. And then GEORDIE Jackson went and said, who is the authorities? He takes us to countries like Mexico where we are not supposed to be working. The guy uses every loophole in the book. He's a crook. And then Devin Franco jumped in the comments and said, let me know if you need a witness to back you up. So there's a lot of porn stars So there are a lot of porn stars who are in the industry who basically are saying this is something that's going on. This is something that this man has been doing for years, but they don't talk about it. I guess because it's taboo and they're worried about that they won't get work anymore. But now that we're in the era of people could just jump on OnlyFans and create their own content, and they don't necessarily need a big conglomerate, a big studio. They don't need to be doing this anymore. One of the things was after I posted the article, there's a porn star friend of mine by the name of Lanier Javier who sent me the following. Well, he posted it on the late night cruising group thing, but I saw it and I screenshot it, and then he and I had a little talk. He also commented in when I posted it on Twitter as well. And let me pull up the screenshots because I'm going to read to you his thoughts on this situation. So he says, it's about time these stories about Michael Lucas came out. I've been telling mine about him for years, and it's fallen on deaf ears. Mine was more so about his contribution to sexual racism in our community through porn. That's a whole nother conversation because racism in our industry has existed for a long time where they say, oh, there's no black models that we can find to put in porn and stuff. No, y'all don't want a certain black look in there. Y'all want somebody to look like that queen currently on The Bachelor that y'all can have, doing porn or whatever, or have that up in there. Y'all don't want no thug type or, some of the things that many of the black models who have been trying to get over in the industry and that sort of thing to be making a living and having a career and succeeding in mainstream, which is why, like I said, you don't necessarily need porn anymore. You could basically go and, the mainstream porn, you could basically just make your own content through OnlyFans and Just for Fans and For My Fans and every other fan website that they have. So he went on to say, however, his models using penile injections is nothing new. For years, he said years ago when Will Clark was hosting his weekly event, Porno Bingo events here in New York City, porn actor Alessio Romero was once again guest caller, but left the event early because he had a shoot with Lucas Entertainment earlier that day, and the injection was hurting him. Will Clark announced this to the crowd at Pieces that night like it was nothing. Pieces is a bar in New York City, in case you guys who are outside of New York have no idea. It's still around, though. It's in the West Village. It says, Will Clark announced this to the crowd at Pieces Bar that night like it was nothing, as if it was expected to come with the territory. As much as I liked Will Clark, why am I so small, by the way? As much as I liked Will Clark, this troubled me. With that said, add that to what I know personally from interviews with Michael Lucas from my time in the industry. There is definitely a pattern of behavior from Michael Lucas in which he tries to exhibit control over his models' penis. My situation is why the lines below from my poem, Light Camera Now Fuck, are actually more about Michael Lucas. Needless to say, with my story, I got off easy. And then there's a screenshot of where he says, well, this is my ass, my dick. They are not your dogs. I'm done making them do tricks, so lose the brain fog. And it just goes to show that a lot of times models come into this industry just looking to make some extra money. Some do it for the exhibition. And everybody has their own reason of why they jump into doing this sort of thing. But then you have people who work in the industry that behind the scenes that want to control and want to be like the gay Harvey Weinstein, and they're doing all kinds of manipulative, evil shit where you're taking advantage of your models, and that you can't get work if you don't comply, which is basically what Jackson said. And when he told StraightUp.com, where the story originated from, about his experience and wound up saying this, he says he brings us up with Trimix. Then there's a different bottle he uses to bring the hard dick down. He's mixed these bottles up with numerous models and gave them lethal doses of Trimix. When it happened to me, I could see the panic on his face. He rang his personal doctor in New York asking him how to fix me. So then he put me in a cold shower for an hour and nothing happened. Then he told me to go for a run with a hard dick. Girl, how's that gonna bring it down? That's like somebody taking Viagra and thinking that, if I do enough jumping jacks or if I beat off 8 times a day, then it'll go away. Like, no, that's not how shit works. It was extremely painful, but he kept injecting me with the come down stuff. I must have had about 20 injections in the dick in the space of an hour. And then it was a story that came out where in 2015 he left Trimix in the refrigerator of an Airbnb that he rented and was later sued by the homeowner for illegally shooting porn at her house. And there's actual, if you go to the original article on Straight Up Gay Porn, there's photos of Michael Lucas's drugs and other paraphernalia he left behind. So someone actually took a picture of the paraphernalia and posted it on the website. So this man, and I'm sure he's not the first nor the last person that is doing all this stuff. Like I said, there are porn stars that I know that inject and use Trimix when they're shooting. I'm not going to reveal names here because that is not my place. And I'm not trying to start no shit on social media. My goal here is to bring awareness to a problem that is going on in the industry. The fact of, okay, if you're using these things that maybe, if you're using an injection or if you're using Trimix to help with erectile dysfunction, there should be someone in place that actually knows what they're doing. Maybe you need to have a doctor on set where they can help do this instead of having some person who is not medically licensed, that is not a medical profession, that is doing this to people. So you have models out here who are risking damaging their genitals just so they can give us spank material. And we all love porn and we love the illusion of it all and we love the entertainment of everything. But I feel like there needs to be something put in place in regards of all this. So what I would love for you all now, because I just wanted to point this all out. Shout out to GEORDIE. Shout out to all the other porn stars that meant that jumped in the comments and basically, well, if you need backup, let me know. I would definitely love to hear from some of you guys in the comments, be it on Facebook. I'm streaming live on YouTube. So if you happen to come across this video with the hashtags and everything, if it goes viral, I'd love for you all to share your stories because I feel like this is something that needs to be addressed. This is something that needs to be talked about. And I would love to hear solutions on what needs to be done. Like how do porn stars feel about this whole thing? And can it be stopped? Or can there be other ways that you can film and you can make these movies without causing damage to your body parts or causing permanent erectile dysfunction because you're following this thing where Michael is injecting things, people, not just him, but I'm sure there's other people behind the scenes that are doing this stuff too. But he seems to be the one that is right now being exposed and brought in the news. So I feel like this is an interesting topic. This is something that I want to keep you guys abreast of and something that we need to talk more about. And I feel like it's very important that if everybody else ain't going to do it, at least I want to be the one to bring to people's attention about the sex industry, what's going on in porn. I love my adult films. I love my gay porn. I love my gay porn stars. I have a lot of friends who work in porn. So this is just, in my opinion, something that I feel like should be addressed more. And yes, that is Mr. GEORDIE. And if GEORDIE, you're out there and you want to have an opportunity to come on the line and tell your side of the story, I'd definitely love to hear from you as well. So, at this point, I feel like I have nothing else to add to this story. If you want to read the rest, you could definitely head over to tribe.com. That is TRVBE.com. And let me know your thoughts in the comment section, or as well as, like I said, I'm streaming now. If y'all come abreast of this story later on, leave your comments there. I definitely love to hear from people who love adult entertainment and who've never heard about this. Let me know your thoughts. So once again, thank you all for watching this short but sweet video. And until then, ciao, darlings.